YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back. Today from the Cambridge Brewing Company of Cambridge, Massachusetts, it's their Triple Threat Belgian Style Ale. The Cambridge Brewing Company was one of the first wave of craft breweries that started showing up during the 1980s. They first began brewing in 1989 and continued throughout the 90s. And then, as craft beer breweries sort of leveled off for a period of time, there was a new revival, of course, as we all know, in the early 21st century, in the early 2000s. But they're one of the originals, and this particular beer that I'm going to be reviewing today is one that they brewed for the first time back in 1990. As a matter of fact, this triple style beer won the Great American Beer Fest, the gold medal, in 1991. So the ABV on this is 10.0% ABV. I haven't had this one before, even though Cambridge has been around for a while. I live in New Hampshire and their beers are not in New Hampshire, so I picked these up when I go to Massachusetts, which is what I did here. So, take a look at this motorbike on the label. Kind of interesting. Looking into the bottle, just looking at it now, it looks rather cloudy, hazy. So, we'll see what it looks like when it pours out into the glass, okay? So, let me do that right now. I'll grab myself this opener, get the cap off. There goes the cap. Nothing special there, just a gold cap. Alright, let's give it a pour and see what we get. Ooh, there's a lot of smoke coming up on this one, so... Alright. The pour is a delicate sounding pour for one of these big bottles, I must say. Okay, goody. Put this here so you might be able to see it. Well, take a look at this. You didn't see me pouring it too aggressively. It was pretty much an average pour. I'm probably serving this in the upper 40-degree range, I would guess. And the color of it right now is definitely a very light amber, yellow, pale yellow. Also quite cloudy. As you can see, a fairly good amount of head has formed across the top. So, and it just seems to be sitting there, kind of slowly bubbling away. And, really, as I said, it really wasn't a very aggressive pour. And I personally like heady beers, I really do. So, don't see anything in the way of sediment floating around, but I do see plenty of carbonation bubbles in this. So, let's check out the aroma. I really like triples and doubles and all those Belgian influenced ales, and the American take on them, some of them are quite good. You can look at Ommegang and Allagash, and they really do a nice job on the Belgian style beers in America. Now this one really has a nice aroma to it. I'm getting a decent malty character, barley malt, a little bit of orange blossoms maybe. It's a flowery kind of orange. Maybe a bit of the pear, and a little bit of coriander and a little bit of spice. I'll tell you, this beer is really smelling like a triple should smell. And at 10% ABV, we shall see how well the alcohol is masked. That head is still hanging in there. No, okay. Let's check out the taste. I really like the aroma. This has a very nice aroma. If you didn't get that before. I almost don't want to drink it, but yes, I do want to drink it. I just like the way it smells. So, Ooh. Now there's a smooth beer. Now the 10% ABV, the alcohol is, you don't taste the alcohol, but you definitely know that it's in there. It's got a bit of a bite to it, let's put it that way. Got a bit of a punch. Now, this particular one was only brewed in a bottle in January of 2012, so I bet I could have let this sit for a year and tried it then to see how she did. But I'm opening it now because I was very interested in trying it out. The body is actually fairly bold. It's better than medium, not heavy in any any way to, not really heavy at all. Let's put it that way. It's but medium for sure, above medium. How's that? And creamy. I swallowed that one wrong. Oh, pardon me. Let's hope that doesn't come back to kick me again. But that doesn't matter because I'm enjoying the flavor on this. Taste-wise, it feels comfortable. You're getting a sort of bready character with a pretty decent spicy note and bitter hops. And there's definitely a solid bitterness here. Not a sour bitterness that sometimes accompanies certain types of Belgian pales. Not the sour, pucker-up sourness. It's more of a you know, kind of a pungent bitterness that's coming up on the tail end. And it's just so well balanced. And you know, it's just so soothing. It's so warming. It's just a beer that really goes down well. I don't want to say easy to drink. I mean, it is easy to drink. These kinds of beers are generally fairly easy for me to drink or to sip. Let's put it that way. This isn't one you want to drink quickly. You want to sip this one because it's not one to be pounded down. You want to enjoy every single flavor and every single ester and every single sensation that you're getting in this. But I'm actually, it's a very nice beer. This would really go well, you know, with the standard cheeses you like to serve with Belgians. Something that's got a bit of a nice, you know, something that might have a smokiness to it, perhaps. You know, I'm not very good at beer and food pairing. You know, I've read about it, I've read books on it, but it's just, to me, when I drink beer, I want to sort of offset it in some way. But there are a lot of people who review beers who can say, oh yeah, this goes great with this particular type of meat, or goes great with this particular type of chocolate. You know, I don't really get into it in that same regard. I just try to think, well, if this has got a kind of a nice solid bitterness, a nice breadiness, you know, it's got a bit of a punch to it. I think I want something that might be flavorful and mellow, food-wise, to go with it. You know, the best of both worlds. Opposites attract, as they say. But it's getting off topic. I gotta say, this is an excellent beer from CBC. The Cambridge Brewing Company also goes by CBC. And you can tell they've been at this for a while. They really have you know, their recipes down. They actually have on their website, they have a list of all their archived beers. I didn't count them, but it really filled up the page pretty well. I'd say 30 or 40 beers that they've brewed over the years, maybe even more. And you can still link on, it's kind of a nice website. You can still link on their website and take a look at some of their past creations and maybe dream about wishing you had had a chance to try them when they came out at the time. But I'm quite satisfied that this is now available in the bottle. CBC is also a brew pub and or brewery where you can go to and enjoy the food that they serve as well. I have not personally been there. That's what I've read about on the group. But I gotta say, this is really a nice looking beer, a nice aromatic beer, and a really good tasting beer, mellow and warming. And a beer that's really meant to be savored. Yeah, nice altogether. Congratulations, Cambridge. I like this one. So that's it for today. Today was CBC's Triple Threat. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.